So hey guys, we'll be seeing about the overview of analysis phase. So what is this? An overview. The analysis phase is a critical component of the software development lifecycle, SDLC, responsible for laying the foundation for the success of any software project. During this phase, teams focuses on understanding the problem at hand, identifying stakeholders' needs and defining clear and actionable requirements that guide the subsequent phase of development. It serves as a bridge between the business and the technical solution, ensuring that the end product meets its intended purpose. This phase emphasizes collaboration and communication with stakeholders to gather insights into their expectations and pain points. It involves documenting both functional and non functional requirements in a structured format that developers, designers, and testers can use a reference throughout the project. By prioritizing clarity and alignment, the analysis phase minimizes the risks of misinterpretation and costly errors later in the development process. So, what are the key objectives of the analysis phase? The first one is the requirement elicitation and identification. The first objective is to identify and gather all relevant requirements for the project. This involves the understanding what the stakeholders want the software to achieve and how it should function and any constraints that may exist. Techniques such as interviews, surveys, and observations and workshops are commonly used to elicit these requirements. This process ensures that the development team captures a complete picture of the project's goals. Requirements analysis and prioritization. Once requirements are gathered, they must be analyzed to ensure feasibility and alignment with the business objectives. During this step, teams resolve conflicting requirements, eliminate redundancies, and prioritize features based on importance and urgency. This analysis ensures that the resources are focused on delivering maximum value to stakeholders while staying within the budget and time constraints. So, the documentation of the requirements. A key deliverable of the analysis phase is the software requirement specification document. The SRS serves as a blueprint for the development team, detailing all functional requirements, what the system must do, and the non functional requirements, how the system should perform. A well documented SRS reduces ambiguity and provides a clear reference for all the teams involved in the project. Establishing a clear scope. One of the primary objectives of the analysis phase is to define the project scope clearly. A well defined scope prevents a scope creep, where additional features and requirements are added during development, often leading to the delays and cost overruns. By setting boundaries for what will and won't be included in the project, the team ensures focused and efficient execution. The activities in the analysis phase. This conducts the requirement elicitation. This involves interacting with stakeholders such as end users, business owners, and project sponsors to gather a comprehensive understanding to their needs. Common elicitation methods. Interviews one-on-one discussions to uncover specific insights. Surveys and questionnaires collecting input from large group of stakeholders. Workshops, collaborative sessions for brainstorming and problem solving. And the observation studying how users concurrently interact with the system to identify pain points. The requirement analysis. It has after gathering requirements, the team evaluates them for clarity, completeness, and feasibility. They also assess technical constraints and dependence to the determine where the project is viable with the available resource. Requirements are prioritized based on their importance to stakeholders and with the business goals. The requirement modeling. This step includes representing visually through models and diagrams. Use case diagrams illustrating how users will interact with the system. And the ER diagram, which is the entity relationship diagram between the data elements. Process flow diagrams mapping out workflows within the system. These models make complex requirements easier to understand for stakeholders. The last one is the requirement documentation. The documented requirements acts as a contract between the stakeholders and the development team. This documentation typically includes the functional requirements, non-functional requirements like performance and security and scalability, and assumption and constraints. Acceptance criteria that define when a requirement is considered is complete. So, what are the challenges in the analysis phase? Incomplete or ambiguous requirements. Or this may include the stakeholders may not always have a clear vision of what they want, leading to the gaps in the requirement. This can result in misunderstanding and rework later in the project. So, which may include like a delay in the process for the requirements and the stakeholders. Changing the requirements. As the project progresses, businesses may need to evolve for the current technology, leading to the changes in requirements and managing these changes effectively without derailing. The project is a significant challenge for the new requirements as per today. Stakeholder conflicts. Different stakeholders may have conflicting priorities or perspective. This may include their own prioritization, making it too difficult to arrive at a consensus on requirements. Communication gaps. Miscommunication between the stakeholders and the development team can lead to the incorrect or incomplete requirements. Clear documentation and regular validation are essential to mitigate the risks. So, thank you.